H9 E.
Yeah.
No. H9E. Yeah, 1C5. Mike, welcome back to the American version of the root of all real estate. No. We're live today with Mike. Mike had a chance to be in Florida for the last 4 weeks. You took quite an extensive vacation, but you deserved it because you work hard. You've been working hard for many years with Mellor Group, with myself, with Jay, with Matteo. You're a trooper, but you also took calls. You also worked from Florida. How was the Florida weather, Mike?
The Florida weather was intense, scorching heat, 104 degrees on average. So it was pretty hot, to say the least.
And we got some of that rain. Did you see the video I posted from my yard?
A lot of rain.
It was
Did you
actually,
get water in
I
your
had
basement?
no, I didn't go check.
Okay.
You see, if you don't go check, you don't worry about it. My wife says to me on Saturday, because our one part of our land was completely flooded. It was like a pond, for real. I took a video. My sons were playing. They were pretending they were in boats, and we had fun. But she says, hey, maybe we should check in the basement to see. I said, no, we're not going to do that this weekend. I don't want to know. As I was driving down Cherrier, where I live, all the neighbors, all of their garbage and their stuff, it's quite sad. I mean, if
you wait too long, you won't be able to claim insurance.
Insurance. So we're going to go and do something interesting. Last week with Jay, our friend Jay, our brand director, Jay Walker, we went and looked at some videos and we commented on those videos. Now, Mike and I have not seen the videos. These are supposed to be inspirational,
Okay.
motivational,
All right.
I think.
All right.
That's what the idea is here. And are we ready to go, Matteo? Let's start with the first one.
Drums, please.
Who cares? You're tired or not? Nobody cares about you.
Tired is only in the mind. You tell yourself you're tired, you're gonna be tired. I don't get tired.
Discipline is doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it.
He was tired, he have personal problem, family. Nobody cares.
There's no hacks, bro. It's you against you.
There is always gonna be champions. With your name, this is your choice. You wanna put your name there? Okay, work hard. No? Bye-bye.
I love when David Goggins says there's no hacks. I hate that word. All these videos with the hacks, the hack for this.
Shortcuts.
There's none of that crap. Like these are all the real winners there. Mike, if you didn't know who they were, they're all.
Kind of know LeBron James.
Well, LeBron, all that. Now, what's the message here? What are they saying? What do you get from it?
What I got from it is that there's no shortcuts, and if you're going to go for a championship or you're going to go for the win, then you're going to have to do the hard work. That's what I got from it.
That's right. And how do you apply any of that, if anything?
I think that you're going to have one thing you used to. Well, I don't know.
No,
if I
not
can say
me. What do you do to apply any of that stuff?
I think that you're going to have to take the good with the bad. I think that some of any work that you're doing in real estate, I think that there's some aspects that you might enjoy, some aspects that you enjoy less, and I think you got to do all of it in order for you to be able to get the results. You can't say, I like to do this, I'm not going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm not going to do that. You got to do the whole thing.
That's a beautiful way of looking at it, Mike. I just don't think about it.
Yeah, you just go ahead.
I just eliminate it. Yeah, I just go for it. Like this morning, I really didn't want to go to the gym, but I just forced myself. I just don't overthink it. And then I took an opportunity to actually make a video. I said, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to motivate other people, so that then it motivates me. So if you do the things you don't want to do, it might just help someone else, which will then in the end help you do the thing.
But I think anything that's a large goal, I always break it down into smaller goals. I think it's easier for a lot of people. Like example, if you're driving down to Florida and you got to think about, I got 23 hours ahead of me. It's kind of like, oh,
it's
man.
overwhelming.
So you're ready to say, you know what, we're doing here to there. We're stopping in 5 hours. And then, it seems a lot easier to be able to get to that point, and you get to celebrate those little victories.
And I do that in the gym where I'm going to do, let's say it's 15 reps or 12 reps. I'm going to break it in 2 or 3.
Yeah.
It's a dumb thing, but I'm going to count, let's say it's 12. I'm going to count to 6.
Just,
I don't know, because mentally it's like, I can't go further than that, but then I do another 6. And it works.
I was watching the Olympics, and I was watching the basketball, and U.S. had just beat up a team. I'm just not going to name the team, but they finished beating the team, and it was an amazing win because they were actually losing all the way 3 quarters in. and then they won.
What
and
team
then
was that? Because the U.S. must have been the best.
no,
team.
they were losing against Serbia.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when they got to the end, they had like a little party, and then they were talking to them. They're like, well, we want to celebrate that little victory. We know it's not done, but we're celebrating that. They were enjoying it, drinking wine and eating their food. But I mean, they were enjoying it. So it's important to enjoy, I think, the little steps along the way.
100%. I have a hard time with that, but you've given me some help with that, and so let's watch the next one if we're ready, Mateo. This one's going to be
Great
good.
entrepreneur. Somebody who's curious. They want to keep on learning because business is ever changing. It's never static. Somebody who's agile because as you learn new things and the environment around you changes, you have to be able to adapt and make the changes. And somebody who can sell because no business has ever survived without sales.
Yeah. Well, I guess there's not much to add there. It's pretty straightforward.
I think it's the versatility of what you need in order for you to get things done.
So as a broker, how do you apply that? What's the mindset here?
I think the mindset is that your surrounding is forever changing, and you got to be able to adapt to the constant changes that are happening within the environment.
So change is scary. Change is not what we most of the time want, right? It's uncomfortable. But
you got to be prepared for it.
Well, sometimes you can't be prepared for it. So
sure.
how do you prepare to be unprepared for the event?
Well,
you see, you got to be accepting the fact that stuff that's
things are gonna happen
that you cannot control, and you got to say, well, this is what it is. This is my life. This is what I decided to do, and I'm going to deal with it. And this is something I learned not that long ago. It's to disconnect from the result.
Yeah.
I know you're laughing because I keep repeating it. We keep talking about it, but this to me has a big impact. It's one of the dumbest thing when you think of it, but if I disconnect from the result, if I stop putting so much pressure on myself for the result, and I just go through the motion of doing, then it's much easier to accept these things that are going to happen every day.
I agree.
Let's go to the next one. And guys, if you have comments, if you want to share in the conversation, go for it. My phone's not working, Mateo, so I can't really see what you're showing me. But I encourage everybody, whoever's watching, to participate and give us your thoughts on what you see, what you're hearing, and how are you applying it in your day-to-day, if at all. Maybe you're not. Maybe you think this is all BS. Maybe you're saying to yourself, this is a waste of my time. Tell us. Let's watch the next one.
This is from the Sasha on Friday.
Because you have to understand that each platform is fighting for you to stay on their platform longer. So TikTok is fighting Instagram. So if TikTok right now is a search engine optimizer, everything that people are writing within that search is popping up. So if you're using keywords, or if you're using words within your hashtag that somebody would search up, then yes, it holds value. Property for sale in Rosemont. Looking for houses in Rosemont. Your keywords will be able to pop up. Same thing when it comes to your hashtags. You don't need to post 30 of them. You don't need to post 10 of them. You don't need to post 5, but you need to post with keywords that people will be searching up.
So what do you think about that, Mike?
Well, I mean, she mentioned the fact that I guess she's talking about algorithms more than anything.
So you're saying you're not sure what she's talking about? It's okay. It's okay to say I didn't quite understand. I don't know what's going on.
I got about the algorithms and the hashtags to be able so that I understood that what she was talking about, that there's different platforms that are fighting against each other, competing against each other in order to get the attention of people. That's what I got out of it. And I guess depending on what you're going to be using in terms of keywords, you're going to be able to attract more traffic. That's what I got.
So Mateo was saying to me, Mateo is our social media manager and Jay's our brand director. We were having the conversation the other day about hashtags. Apparently somewhere someone saw that it doesn't really matter anymore, but I guess it does because it's a filing system of some sort. Maybe in the past when you used to put 1,000 hashtags, you would get caught into the, I like to call it the river of whatever that hashtag was, the momentum it had. Am I explaining this right, Jay? Would you say that's the right way? And then so now maybe those rivers, those are not as powerful, effective. So, but there's still a sorting of content. So if you put hashtag houses in Kirkland, well, obviously if someone's putting that in their search in the search bar of the platform you're in, and you're going to come out or potentially come out. I think that's what the goal was here. I'm not too sure how much real estate brokers are using them and how they're using them. I don't see too many brokers actually using them.
No, not as much as before.
So do we care?
They
Do we want to use them?
keywords? I've seen some of them add keywords. But
I think we're overthinking everything. I think the key here is to just put more content out like we do.
yeah, I think
and cross your fingers.
Eventually the people who have interest in what you're looking at, it'll
Let's
eventually
watch
show up
the
on their
next
feed.
and final video for your amusement.
2% of customers prefer a fast response to a even better resolve response. They would rather get 50% fixed now than have 100% fixed in a week. The Ritz-Carlton had a study on that. I always keep that in mind because I'm just like, people just want a response. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, latency. It always wins.
So that's one that I really care about. That's one that I keep talking about all the time. It's so simple yet so hard to do for a lot of people, and it's hard to understand what it really means. I think everybody understands what it means, but why are we not applying?
I understand what it means because you know, like if I call any company and I hear to press 1, speak to customer service, and then you wait 26, 30 minutes to speak to someone, and then finally somebody speaks to you and they're like, hello, I can't hear you, and then it hangs up.
Okay, but as a real estate broker, let's put it into context here. How often do I hear I can't even reach the guy? He doesn't pick up his phone. He doesn't return his email contacts. He doesn't return his emails. It takes 3-4 days, 700 messages. I get criticized for sending too many messages. Well, hell, if you picked up your damn phone and you responded to emails and text messages, I wouldn't have to send you 7,000. It's just as I'm persistent.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just give up because you are lazy and you don't want to respond.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
No, I understand what you're saying. Some brokers just don't feel, they feel like, oh, look, I'm not going to answer that, and that person's going to give up.
So what about Mike? Someone says, well, I can't respond. I don't know the answer. I need to get the information before I respond. What does the message say here? What did the Ritz-Carlton?
Well, they would prefer.
What did they find through their studies?
What they found out is that a person would rather you solve maybe 50% of their problem now instead of solving 100% of their problem way later.
So what would that mean in context? Again, it was, let me get back to you. I have to reach out to the owner, the other broker, the client, or whatever the hell it is. Let me get back to you. Now, just that already, you feel like as the recipient, the client,
something's being done.
Yeah. Oh, I'm being heard. They're taking care of it, and then you follow up. Now, what if you forget to follow up?
And it becomes another problem.
It's another problem. We'll talk about that some other time. We'll see you all on Wednesday. New listings of the group. And Mike, I'm so happy you're back. We'll see you all on Wednesday. Thanks again.
Thank you.